Hi, thanks for joining me on Wilderness with Amani. I wasn't gonna fish today, it was gonna be 93, but I got the day off, so I figured shoot up the 80. I'm fishing downstream from Farad. I'm just gonna hit the Truckee for a little bit because, you know, I gotta go by Cabela's, which is up this way, and see if I can pick up some jigs and stuff. So I figure if I get up at 4 in the morning, get out here, it's like having a dream. It's once you go back home, go to sleep, and wake up, you know, it's just a memory. So I'm gonna come out here and fish today, and I'm gonna start at the big pool you can see from the 80 that I'm 0 for 4 in or 0 for 5 in. It's one of those things where I'm growing an obsession with catching a fish in this pool. And if you ask yourself, what kind of a person has a grudge against a fish or a lake or a pool in a river, the kind of person is me. I do. I have a grudge against this pool. So I'm gonna go start at that pool that you can see from the 80, downstream from Fraud, and I'm gonna work my way down until it gets too hot for me to handle. I have a safety mechanism in place to make sure that I don't fish too long. I didn't eat breakfast and I didn't bring any food. So once I get to the point I'm so hungry I'm hallucinating, I'm sure I'll stop fishing. It's really windy today, and that's why I have to have the camera in the car. I had to reposition my car because it's so windy. It would just be like, so let's go down and see if I can't catch something. And there it is. Will today be the day? Got my marabou crappie jigs, and we're going in. And you can pretty much fish here dry. When the water's running, you can't really shimmy around that because it's too high. You don't want to fall in and die. But I like the flow, I like what it looks like. Now let's see if I can actually catch something. My usual style of fishing, I'm gonna start with the head of the pool, fish the fast water, fish this stuff that's swirling around. It can be really tricky to get your stuff down in there because the water's swirling so much. But we'll see, I'm just gonna fire it up. Got that wind right in my face. River's flowing good. And I just got to keep it out of the rocks in the bottom. And as it gets down to here, I start vertical jigging. Nothing. It's really smoky today. I just lost one. I couldn't get the camera on. I had one. I don't know how big it was, but I had one. And the pool is still defeating me. I had him on. He was running upstream. I couldn't get any tension on him. Ah, man. I was jigging it and it's kind of swirling around and I hooked it. It wasn't a necessarily big fish, but it was a nice fish. But I just can't. I was the bottom. I'm jigging it really close to the bottom. That's like the 3rd or 4th fish I've hooked in this pool, and I just cannot keep them on the hook. And this is becoming a thing. So we're just gonna call this 0 for 6 because I don't think I'm getting another chance in this pool. So this water's more conducive to what I like to do. And I'm just going cross stream. I'm casting all the way to the far bank and I'm bouncing it along. I'm getting hung up on my jig. I gotta get that right speed where I'm pulling up sticks, but I'm not getting snagged. That seems to be the speed where I get most of my fish, so we'll keep trying. There we go, got something. He wasn't feeling like anything at first, but now he's in that fast water, and it felt like I had something really small. But now it feels like it's pretty good. And I don't want to horse him, but I also don't want him getting into that fast stuff down there, because that's trouble. So I got to keep his nose up, because that fast water down there is my enemy on this little ugly stick. And I just starting to make some way. I'm turning him around. I just got to keep him out of that fast stuff, because he will strip me out. I don't even think this fish is that big. I just think it's fighting. Where are you? Get out of that fast water, man. Come on. Get out of there. I'm not sure that this trout speaks English, but I'm using everything I got to persuade him. Okay, let me at least have my net ready. This fish is fighting. It's a great fight. Okay, he's coming upstream now. This is good. Where are you? There you are. Got him. Beautiful rainbow. Woo! The river's not that cold, so when it's like this, I try to keep them in the net, let them really refresh themselves before I let them go. And this fish is fat like a football, boy. Woo! And this is where that fight came from. This boy is fat and he is beautiful. Yo! There he goes. That was a fun fight right there. One thing I highly recommend, finish your cast. Don't be like me, because sometimes I just get impatient, you know, and I give up on a cast and I see something else I want to cast to, so I reel in really quick. Well, I just did that and I wasn't even looking, and right when my lure got to like right where I was standing, a fish just came up and splashed. I didn't see the fish. All I got was the splash. It was like a hit and run accident. You know, it came out of nowhere. You know what I mean? And then it was gone. Even if you're going downstream to upstream, I just jerk it in, finish your cast. You never know when the fish is following it. You never know when there's a fish you don't know is there. Yeah. I need to start paying attention to what I'm doing. I got him in this deep run. And he nailed it. He's barely hooked. I got to try to end this early. He was down there deep though. Oh, got him. There he is again. I'm gonna let him sit in the net for a minute. The water's not that cold, so I want to make sure that these fish get a chance to really recoup. There he is. Nice rainbow. And there he goes. Woo! And where I hit that fish, I cast it up to the head, and then when my jig got down into the deep stuff, I let it go down to where it drops off. I started bouncing it deep. That fish was just chilling down there. I was standing on these branches. It's almost like I'm trying to fall in the water, but I swear to God I'm not. I'm like, this is one of those things where if I hook something, I'll figure out what to do when I have it on the line, because I don't know what we almost got to see. We almost got to see. I'm gonna throw it up there again and see if he goes for it. because this is not a good place to hook a fish. I got my net behind me. I mean, I got some moves I can make, but... Well, that's gonna wrap up a few hours of good fishing on the Truckee. I wasn't able to land the fish I hooked in that big pool. That big pool is my nemesis. And I've hooked 3 fish in that pool, and not one of them I've been able to land. And all of them I only had them hooked for a little bit. What happens is when I'm fishing in deeper water like that, the fish will hit a lot on the sink, and then I'll barely get them hooked, but whatever. Eventually I will land one out of there. But it was good. That first rainbow was fat, man. That was great. And my strategy of bringing no food has kind of helped to restrain me, because I am so hungry. I'm like ready to start swatting at imaginary butterflies at this point. I'm famished, man. And I gotta hike back to my car now. I'm a ways downstream. But that's okay, because I got a couple fish. I wasn't even gonna fish. I'm so glad I did, because if I didn't go, I would have been laying in bed, or I would have woke up a little bit later, and I've been thinking, man, I just wasted the morning. But now, I got the morning still here, and I got the rest of the day ahead of me, so I can take care of some stuff. So I hope you enjoyed another quick hit on the Truckee. Thanks for joining me on Wilderness with Amani. Until next time.